What is up, guys? Marshall here, and welcome to another Made In episode. Today is Made in Chelsea, but don't worry, it's not a tacky, shitty reality TV show that is set in London. It is all the players from Chelsea's youth academy or who've been brought in from various other teams, and we join them all together to see if they can play against some of the best teams in Ultimate Team. So we'll start in net. He is English, he is bronze, he is shit. I'm just putting it out there, this keeper, never ever buy him. It is Reece Evans, he's now at Exeter City. Just avoid every shot I had against me, it went in the net or went over the bar. He actually never made a single save. So at left back we have Ryan Bertrand. He is still at the club. He's got a massive future ahead of him. He's probably going to be England's future left back, although there is going to be a lot of competition. I mean, he's got Luke Shaw there. He's got Leighton Baines at the minute, who is England's best left back by far in my eyes. Now, John Terry, Mr. Chelsea himself, is at centre back. No more needed to be said about him, really. He did start off at kind of West Ham's youth academy when he was very young, but he went into Chelsea's youth academy shortly after. Alongside him we have Michael Mancian, who is now playing in Germany at Hamburg. At right back we have Sam Hutchinson, who actually retired not that long ago. I think it was in the season of 2011 to 12. He came back this season though, so it wasn't the longest retirement in history. So for the lad, that is brilliant news. I can get back into football that quickly. We have Josh McEachran on the left hand side of the three centre mids. He is on loan at Middlesbrough, who are kind of struggling in the Championship. They start off brilliant this season, but they've really dropped off. We've got Jack Cork in centre mid. He's having a brilliant season for Southampton. Great player him. He's going to be a top centre mid in the future. And on the right hand side we go to Wales. He is Welsh, he plays for Leicester City, and it is Andy King. So Andy King comes in there. As you notice, I'm probably in the centre mid with Jack Cork and with Andy King. We haven't changed the formation simply because 4-3-3 formations are quite costly, and putting them on a silver player is just a waste of money in my eyes, especially ones that cost 150 or 250 like those two. We have Scott Sinclair at left wing then, great player. He came through, really hit the scene at Swansea though. Now he's sitting on the bench at Manchester City. That just shows what greed does to players. It ruins their careers. I mean, when you seen Sinclair last year, he was brilliant every single game. Now you see him, he's just sitting on the bench. Just absolute waste of talent. We have Carlton Cole up front then. Great striker. He's kind of a target man basically. He can't do what strikers like Sergio Aguero or other strikers like that can do with the pace. He's just more of a brute. Simple as that. Barini is on the right hand side then. Of course he is a striker. I've put him at right wing. He came from Parma's academy and he went into Chelsea's academy. I think it was Frank Arneson that brought him there. So there is the squad then. It's not the best squad in the world, and like I said, the keeper is terrible. Just completely avoid getting him. If you ever have to get a League 2 bronze side in the future, just don't even mention that goalkeeper. Now in the first game I find myself 2-0 down, really struggling. Sinclair, what a pass. Jack Cork, how about this for a finish? It's almost like Bale against Inter Milan a few years ago when he did sort those kind of efforts past Julio Cesar. Into the second half then, it's still 2-1 to my opponent after I did get the goal, but a lovely piece of play here between Bertrand and Sinclair resulted in that eventually going in through Carlton Cole's header. Lovely little goal, and that's all Carlton Cole did really. Half the time he's on the floor injured, as you'll probably just see here. He goes down under the challenge and he's injured yet again. He just balls the hell out of me. He's on the floor all the time, and I do nab a goal in that game to draw level. That was my second game then. It's not going well so far. I haven't really won by any massive margins. It's normally just a draw, but again, great play between Bertrand and Sinclair resulted in another goal. Nice little finish there. Before I do nab a goal now, this teamwork is amazing between Carlton Cole and Sinclair on this left hand side. Just the 1-2s here. That's just brilliant. Great goal. Now I do fall behind. I go 4-2 behind. I changed my camera angle, as you can probably see. I went from telly, which I've played on every single FIFA, to telly broadcast, and I completely dominated the game. I was struggling in this game. I changed the camera, completely dominated. I pulled it back to 4-3. So yeah, I'm gonna ask you, what camera do you guys play on, and do you think it actually makes a difference? Because it made a huge difference in this game. Like I said, I've been on telly every single FIFA I've ever played which has had that option, I've played on telly. Now this year the default was, I think it was telly broadcast when it first came out, but I immediately switched it to telly without even trying it. This game kind of pissed me off because I couldn't find the angles for the pass or anything like that, but once I switched camera it was so much easier. I just dragged it back there, through the guy's legs, won a penalty. Now it's a chance to get back into the game at 4 apiece. And that is exactly what happened. Up stepped Scott Sinclair, and the rest is history. And that's it for this episode, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Like if you did, sub if you haven't subbed, and I will see you guys next time.